So I just got up not that long ago, which is why I'm still kind of a mess. But I just got an exciting email that I've been selected to take part in this writer prompt series called Gateways. Gateways is a monthly event series based out in Chicago where actors read science fiction and fantasy short stories written by authors. Part of what makes it unique is the kind of turnaround. Once you've been selected, like I just have, you receive a prompt and then you have 5 days to write a 3-page short story and get it sent in so that it can be ready for the event series and read by one of the actors. I had kind of forgotten about it and just assumed that I hadn't been selected, but I'm really excited to hear that I have been. Right now, we're just a couple days out from when I will receive the actual prompt, and then I'm going to have to figure out and build a short story in those 5 days, get it written, and send it in. And once it's recorded, it'll be released as part of the Otherworld podcast. So yeah, I'm excited. This should be fun. Can't wait to see what kind of prompt I get and to write this story. It is Thursday, June 6th, and I've got my emails open in front of me. And I can see a new unopened email in there that has the prompt, and I've yet to open it, yet to find out what the science fiction and fantasy prompt is. And I just wanted to film it along with you.
Hello, writers. I am so honored that you have submitted to our series and that you have accepted the call to write to this month's prompt. Deadline is 5 p.m. Wednesday. Your prompt for June, as submitted by an Otherworld fan and chosen at random for a live audience. These human children are adorable. Let's keep them.
Well now, that gives us a lot to potentially work from. You could go in a science fiction direction, a fantasy direction. I'm actually really excited about that prompt. I was a little nervous, but I love writing kids, even though this might not be from the perspective of the kids. But who knows? Yeah, I guess I've got more to figure out now. That's the prompt. That's what I'm going to be writing my short story to. So currently it is Saturday, June 8th, and there's only 4 more days until the Gateways short story deadline. So I want to catch you up on what I've done since then. Now that I have my new desk set up, I busted out my journal over here and I started taking some notes on the Gateways prompt. And I had a lot to think about. It's sci-fi fantasy, so I had to pick sci-fi or fantasy, and really I started wondering 2 core questions. Who are the human children? What kind of situation are they in? And then secondly, I guess that's 2 questions already, but secondly, who are the speakers who want to keep the children, right? The people who are saying that they're adorable. And so I went through a few different ideas. It's clear, like, there's already a power dynamic. I feel like these human children are adorable. Let's keep them implies that the speakers have more power than the children. So I started working off of that and just jotting down different notes, and I came up with a premise that I started really fleshing out and expanding. 2 different ideas, but one kind of stood out. I had a sci-fi idea and a fantasy idea, and the fantasy one is the one that's kind of captured my attention. It just seemed to make sense from all the different pieces that I was assembling and putting together, and I like the direction that it's going. I want to make sure in this, since it's something that's going to be read, that it's entertaining to listen to, not just entertaining to read. And so I'm trying to make sure that this story is entertaining in that way. I don't want to write a downer story for this. I tend to write a lot of downer stories, and that's just not the direction that I've been really going so far. So I set aside some sadder ideas that I had, and I've been trying to create something fun and very laden in the kind of genre tropes and aspects of these genres of science fiction and fantasy. And so right now I've been calling this story Undefeated, even though I don't really have a real title for it. That has been my working title. And I've got that's it really, all my notes here organized in this little notebook. And next I have to start putting it together. And I don't think I'm really going to make an outline because it's a 1,500 word short story, so it's not going to be that huge, right? It's a 3-page short story. So I don't know that I need a full outline, and I don't usually discovery write, where I just kind of write without too much of an idea, but I think I might try that here and see how that goes. But I still want a better, clearer understanding before I jump right in and just get all my pieces in order. So that's where I am right now. And and I guess we'll see where the rest takes me. So I am burning up. It is way too hot in here, but it's also the day of the dateline for Gateways. I did a really bad job filming the different steps along the way like I planned to, but I turned in the short. It's called Thunder from a Clear Sky. That's the short story that I wrote, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. It's in a fantasy setting, and it's about an evil warlord who has grown frustrated that he has found no enemies. He has no worthwhile enemies left, nobody left that can really challenge him. And when he finds a kind of rowdy child who, despite being woefully outmatched, still tries to fight him, he decides to take the child on as a protege and raise him into the kind of foe he wants to face. A little bit of a spoiler for where it goes, but it's a tiny short. It's 1,500 words. I've got the edited pages from the last draft here, just double spaced, so it was easier to write on. And that's it. I'm done. I did the thing now. Sent it in, and now I just have to wait. In a week, they're going to have the event in Chicago where they're going to read the shorts, and eventually it will come out on a podcast, which you'll be able to listen to. But I'm so glad that I did it. This is the first short story I've written since high school. I've written shorts in comic book form, and I'm really excited because that's a direction I want to do a lot more in. So I'm done. I can take a breath, and I'm going to go back to melting. Wow. Hi. It's me. Yes, I am very close to the camera right now. It has been a long time. It's been about a month since the episode of the podcast featuring my short story that I wrote has been online and available for you to listen to. And I have been so busy distracting myself with other work that I just haven't finished out recording and getting this video online. So that's what I'm doing now. The episode turned out great. I am so happy with it. The person who read it did an awesome job. I wish I could have been there in person. That would have been even cooler, but that just wasn't in the cards for me. Regardless, it feels so good to have a piece of writing that is now available to the public. You can go listen to the reading of my short, or actually read my short if you'd rather read it for yourself, at the link in the description down below. Check it out. Let me know what you think in the comments. I really hope you dig it. Thunder from a Clear Sky. It's a fun, really short fantasy story, and as I've said and been saying, I'm really pleased with how it all happened and glad that I took part of Gateways. If you do dig it, definitely check out some of the other shorts in the podcast. I think you'll enjoy them too. I really don't know why it took me so long to get to this video and finish it out, but, you know, better late than never, I suppose. And see you next time.